Well, hello, everybody. I see that people are jumping in on our Ask the Expert September issue, and we have um, going to be so excited to introduce our panel here, who is sitting at, I think Josh said 8 something in the morning in Australia. So here in North Carolina, I'm winding down, ready to go to bed, and everybody else is and on this call is just getting started with their day. So as we welcome everybody in, I'm going to share my screen and get started with some housekeeping. Feel free, everybody, to say hello in the chat. Tell us where you're calling in from. I am here in North Carolina. We're finally getting a little break in the weather. How's everybody's else's locations? Hey, Kitty, nice to see you. Just jump on in and say hello to everybody. We're going to get started in just a minute here. We want to make sure there's a couple more people joining the webinar. Hey, Dorothy, in New Jersey, nice from New York. Thinking about everybody in New York today for sure. Dallas is in the house here. Wonderful. Hey, Kathy. My friends Steve and Kathy from Arizona. Oh, and Carla's here from the Philippines. Beautiful. Nice to see everybody. Florida. Wow, we have the whole country represented here. I love it. Very nice. All right, I'm going to share my screen and just give a couple little introductions about what's going on here at for the NAA today and for this presentation. I think that just so that I don't lose you guys, I'm going to just keep everything over here, but welcome to the National Aphasia Association's Ask the Expert series. This one is September 2025, and we are so excited to have this panel. I really threw out a pitch there and said, I hope they agree to do it because I listened to Dr. Brunner's talk on the Aphasia Access webinar and thought it was just wonderful. And now she's introduced us to these amazing people. So I'm going to introduce them. I even see that some of the people that are joining probably have some really great questions and feedback and opinions about using social media when you have aphasia. I think it's a great topic, and I'm very excited about sharing it with you guys. One of the things I want to remind you is that any questions you have for the topic, so related to our topic and directly to our panelists, please put in the Q&A. We'll be monitoring that on the back end and we will share them so that our panel doesn't have to worry about what's in there. We'll take care of that. If there's a question that's unrelated or that we don't get to, please don't worry. We have an answers line, answers@aphasia.org, and we'll be talking more about that. Also, feel free to make a comment. Keep encouraging people in the chat. That's one of those platforms you can keep going on about. So the question and answers, this is what we are talking about. Answers@aphasia.org is where we answer a question. We also have a new group that we hold a week after the event. So next Wednesday, we have a group called After the Expert. And that allows us to continue the conversation that we were having, which I really love because so many of you join. And as a webinar, you could be sitting in your pajamas at home or not seeing you. You don't get to really have a conversation. So next week on Wednesday, if you'd like to join us, it's at 12 noon Eastern time. You'll get it in the newsletter. And it's called After the Expert, and we'll continue the conversation that day. And again, I'm one page ahead of myself. The other thing is that we have added, thanks to our awesome virtual program coordinator, Catherine, have offered a one professional development hour, one PDH, towards ASHA certification maintenance for any speech pathologist that watches the entire Ask the Expert live. So we can't give it to you for watching the recording, but if you're a speech pathologist here today, make sure you stay to the end and we'll give you a QR code that will give you this certificate. Only really one big announcement, although it seems like there's a lot coming up and a lot going on at the National Aphasia Association. We have, as you know, had a very busy summer with a brand new website. And now we are so excited about returning to a conference that has a long and valued history for the National Aphasia Association. It's called Speaking Out. And I can't wait to share more about that calendar event. It's going to be on Friday and Saturday, October 3rd and 4th. You can join online anywhere. And we have decided to make a registration link. So watch for this week. You're going to be probably tomorrow, the registration goes out. It will be on our website, it'll be in all newsletters and on our social media. We really would encourage you not just to come on those days by yourself, but maybe host a watch party. So if there's an aphasia center you go to, or a group that you like to get together with, or your family and friends, consider hosting a little watch party. We'll be doing some prizes and call outs, and it'll be a ton of fun. So more on that coming up, but make sure your calendars are marked. All right to business. I'm so excited, as I said, to travel virtually all the way to Australia, who, after talking to Josh, I have just added this to my bucket list to go to Australia. So I hope you guys will host or say hi to me if I jump on over there to the other side of the world. So it was Dr. Melissa Brunner that I had heard. She goes by Liss, and just a wonderful human, as you will see. But Liss is a speech language pathologist, and she works as a lecturer and a researcher at the University of Sydney. She does research to support people who have had an acquired brain injury, to communicate, and to stay involved. Her big interest is helping people use social media. What an important thing in these day and age. Jennifer, give a wave there, Jennifer. She goes by Jen. And Jennifer has had a stroke 2 years ago and now has aphasia. She graduated from dentistry, which is why I put some extra whitening on my teeth before I came on here, Jen, so you'd be impressed with my smile. And she lives in Sydney. Jen loves photography and videography, and she posts on Instagram and on YouTube. We have several people that are in the audience today and that will be watching it who are very involved in their own YouTube channels that we link onto ours. So really looking forward to maybe sharing that platform with you too. Sorry, I was pretending I was going there. And then Josh Espinosa had a stroke 6 years ago. We were just having a lovely conversation. He used to be a civil draftsman and lived in Brisbane. Is that how you say it? Brisbane? And now lives in Sydney. I love that he's a foodie, so he's going to be the first person that I come and visit. He's a foodie and he loves folk festivals. And last but certainly not least, another speech language pathologist, Dr. Megan Trebilcock. She is a speech pathologist and a researcher also at the University of Sydney. She works a lot with people in the community, supporting community-driven services. She also used to be in Brisbane and now is in Sydney. So you guys will have to tell us about the big exodus from Brisbane and see what that was all about. So I'm done sharing my screen and I'm going to turn over to them. It's very unusual and very exciting that the panel is all together today. So they will be going on their own little sections, but then we can ask them all questions at the end. So they'll be talking for about 30-ish minutes. And again, keep asking the questions. So welcome, everybody. We're so happy to have you.
Thanks so much for having us.
Hello.
Of course.
I'm going to move the computer in front of me just to start with so I can get the slides up for everyone to see. There we go. I'm just going to minimize a few things on our screen, but I'm assuming that's come up on your screen okay.
It is. It looks great.
Lovely. Well, it is so nice to join you. As Moira was saying, it's about just past 9 a.m. here in Australia, and we're really excited to talk to you today about connecting online. We've all got slightly different interests.
Yes.
So we're really excited to talk to you about it. I'm going to get our slides moving along. And just before we start, in Australia, we really like to do an acknowledgement of country and recognise the traditional custodians of the lands on which we're on. We're actually here in Gadigal lands in the Eora Nation of Australia, and there's been people living on these lands for thousands and thousands and thousands of years before us. And we're just very privileged to be on these lands and able to continue learning and growing and connecting here. I do have a little video on the slide. Unfortunately, I can't share the sound because it's not working for us today. But I'll press play and you can see the trees in my backyard, which actually is in Guringai lands. And you can't hear the beautiful bird song, but I might send this video to Moira to share with everyone so you can hear a little bit of Australia and know kind of a little bit more about where we are in the world. I'm hoping you can see my cursor, but Brisbane is up north of where we are. And I actually grew up just below Brisbane, so I feel like we're all kind of from up north. In Lismore, yeah. But I'm going to turn my slides over to Jen. Okay, I'm going to move this over here to Jen.
Hi.
And I'm going to pass over to her to tell you a little bit about herself. And I'm just making sure the camera is on Jen beautifully.
Yeah, that's good. As close as you can get to Jen so we can see your pretty face and also be
There we
able to watch
go.
your mouth.
Okay.
I'm Jen. I had a stroke 2 years ago. I graduated from dentistry. I studied in Cairns up north, long away. I live in Sydney. I love photography and videography. Yeah. People don't know what aphasia is. I did aphasia. I didn't know before my stroke. Aphasia is when your brain holds your words hostage. Aphasia is a language problem. It makes it hard to talk and read and understand or write. It is not a problem with intelligence. Neuroplasticity is the brain ability to change and learn. Brain can make new connections and adjust after injury. That's me. Learning something new and life changes. Power of the mind. Speech therapy can work with aphasia. Support from family and friends helps a lot, yeah. My name is J dot oat milk dot Lee. Yeah. My YouTube channel is Jen Oat Milk. That's it. Yeah.
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 And Jen, you were telling us that you use Instagram and
Yes.
YouTube
Yeah.
to help your brain
Yes.
and help your talking.
Yeah.
Has it helped heaps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And for your YouTube and Instagram and your photography,
Yeah.
you'll quite often even go up to strangers and ask if you can
Yes.
photograph them.
Yes.
What's that like?
Nervous, very nervous. I people to people decline
Yeah.
or accept.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
It's really nice.
yeah.
What has it been like sharing your story on YouTube and Instagram?
Uh, uh positive. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Fantastic. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
Yes. In the future, aphasia. I want to keep learning. Use it or lose it. Want to edit YouTube content or building up skills. Want to pursue computer science as a degree. That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yay. We're going to move on to Josh. So I'm going to move the computer around and I'm going to come around and check that we can see Josh perfectly.
Okay. Hi. I had a stroke 6 years ago. It was over Liss Good Friday. Yeah. And I used to live in Brisbane, and now I am living in Sydney. I was a civil draftsman. Yeah. Next. Uh, Before the incidents, I was regular exercising, that sort of thing. I usually be bike riding. Uh, I had a girlfriend. I was in Brisbane, uh, and I was a Abba breeder. Abba breeder. No more, no more.
It's reading hard now, Josh.
Yeah. I haven't anything. I haven't read anything in 6 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a big
Yeah.
change.
Yeah. Is I was in hospital after the stroke for 6 months, and now um, I have slightly memory is, yeah. And I I also have a limited capacity bit, and obviously I have speech in difficult for speaking. Yeah. Uh, uh, um, is is now I am difficult in speaking, and I I uh, I I lost my job, and I feel like it is hard to uh, connect one to connect. Yes, yes, yeah, yeah. Um, I had I had I I I use technology from sometimes uh, get get to get uh, yeah. Uh,
You're using
yeah.
technology right now,
Yes.
Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can use the technology. I can't express it much.
You're doing great.
Uh, yeah. Um, 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 uh, that it will be all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so because we know you're a foodie.
Yes. Yeah. I make chili jam. Speak, speak, featured.
Yeah. And it's not mild
Yes,
chili jam, is it? It's
yes,
pretty spicy.
yes. And I like going to festivals.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
so you started
Yeah.
this group on Facebook.
I started group on Facebook. It was I think I have 15 members.
Yeah.
Uh, um, is yes. I hope to feel build more. I have to hope to build more. Yes. Yeah.
Up in Brisbane,
Yeah.
there's quite a lot
Yep.
of
Yep.
groups that meet and connect.
Yes.
But in Sydney, it's different. Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah. It's a bit bigger
Yes.
and spread out.
Yes.
So this is one way you can connect
Yeah.
people together.
Yep.
So is it just on Facebook or do you get together in real life?
Real life for now. I will go to the university.
Yeah.
For now.
Yeah. So you've had a couple of meetings here.
And after that, I will start to branch elsewhere.
Yeah.
It's alternate.
Yeah. What sort of things are you thinking?
I was thinking or about long bowls in
Yeah.
Clover Valley.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah,
That's near the beach for everyone in America. Yeah.
yeah.
What's wait, what gloves
Lawn bowls.
Yes, we get.
yeah.
Liz, can you repeat that because we couldn't hear her.
Jen was asking about the activity.
Yeah.
And we just said lawn bowls.
Yes, yes.
Is that a thing in America? I think it is.
Not much in America. It's popular here.
It is very popular here. You get to stand outside, usually in the sun.
Yeah.
The place Josh is talking about is right near the beach. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Good, that is all for now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to move the camera to Megan and hand over the controls.
Hopefully you can all see me okay. Brilliant. Now, I will be quick because I know we have a few speakers here today, but always happy to answer questions while we're here or afterwards as well. So I am also a researcher here at the University of Sydney, and I'm a speech pathologist. A lot of my work focuses on how we can make aphasia services more sustainable. So that means how can we make sure those services that are valued by the aphasia community, how can they continue to access those? Now, this might be engaging with community to help them drive some of those programs, or even linking in with some students here at university so they can provide some of these services as well. I'm also a board member for the Australian Aphasia Association. So that is the main body in Australia that supports people with aphasia and their significant others. Now, on reflection, with our use of social media, or the AAA's use, we predominantly use Facebook. However, we're definitely exploring other ways that we can both connect with people with aphasia, but also support their use of social media. So one example I can provide of the power of social media is when we had our Aphasia Awareness Month on Facebook, we were posting quite regularly. And during that month, our views were actually up 500%. So we were reaching a lot more people than we usually would. So I think that emphasizes how powerful our connection can be if we are using social media. That platform in particular, we use for promoting events such as aphasia camps or even our online Zoom groups. As it's been mentioned, there are a lot of people with aphasia, however, quite widespread. So this can be a nice way for them to connect. It's a way for us to raise awareness of the condition and also enable different people with aphasia to connect as well. And we all know during COVID, this was really important as well to connect in this way. As I said, we are wanting to expand even further. We've actually got some support from some university students who are keen to be using things like Instagram and YouTube, and they are helping us to set up those platforms and use those more than we currently are. So that was just a quick bit from me, but I will now pass on to Liz.
Hi, everyone. You're back with me now. And obviously, I'm a speech language pathologist. And as you know, I work here at the University of Sydney, but I really love social media because it can connect people. And I really love being able, it's really nice being in the same room as everyone today to talk to you today. I really love connecting like this in person, but sometimes you can't do that, and it's hard, particularly if you have a stroke or a brain injury and things in life change, right? So I love helping others to use social media for whatever reason they might want to. And I thought it might be helpful to just talk about what social media is a little bit. And so we've got blogs, which are mostly written things, and content collaborations. So there's Wikipedia is one of those things where everyone kind of writes something together. But we've also got social networking, which is probably the big one that people think about when you think social media. So Facebook, Instagram, there's now Blue Sky and Substack. There's new ones coming out all the time. And content communities like YouTube, and they connect people together a little bit more because you can talk to one another way easier. Okay. But then you've also got things like virtual social worlds and virtual game worlds, and they're actually all part of social media as well. My kids absolutely love Roblox, and my youngest is like a huge fan of Legends of Zelda at the moment, which I love because it's been around since I was young as well. So there's a huge range of social media that we have at our fingertips now, which, and this is showing my age, none of this existed when I was a teenager. It's crazy. And part of this got me thinking about how people use social media. And as a clinician, there wasn't anything around to really help me help others. And so I started doing research in this space, and that led to the Social Ability Program. And this was designed as part of a bigger project, but essentially we put it together so that we could create an online program for people to kind of learn how to use social media again, learn how to stay safe, think about who they want to connect with and how they might do that. And so this online program is free, and basically anyone can go in and learn by going through these 4 modules. So what is social media? Staying safe. How do I use it? And who can I connect with? And we've tested that out with a whole range of people. Josh was one of the people that tested it out for us, which was great. But now we're actually building more resources for clinicians as well. So we've started building an assessment tool so that we can work with people to figure out, why do they want to use social media? What can they do really well? What are they having trouble with? So that we can tailor therapy for them. And we're starting to work on co-designing a treatment program. Okay, so one that you would do with a clinician as well. I've just put here a link and the QR code, but I think Moira and the team were going to share links to not only the Social Ability Program, but also to Jen's YouTube and Instagram and Josh's Facebook group, so that you could have a bit of a look around at some of the different things we're doing. But I thought I would stop it there, mainly because I'll stop sharing so that we can see you. I'd rather that we all get to talk to you about what you might want to ask us. So I'm going to move the camera so we can all be on screen again.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm so involved in everything that you all are saying, and I'm taking notes, and I'm like, oh, we are going to share all this. So don't worry, we are sharing all of this. We will share the recording. We have already had a lot of questions. We also had a lot of comments from other people who are using social media that would like to share with you all about some of the things that they're doing. As I mentioned in the beginning, I know that several people have YouTube channels, and are even some of our NAA ambassadors are teaching other people, like Aphasia Phil and Kitty Tong. I know they're both on here, and they are doing things to teach other people how to use them. So I love this idea, Liz, about finding out really what people are doing. Is the information you're gathering in Australia alone, or is it in what parts of Australia, or is it more widespread?
More widespread, actually. So, everyone uses social media differently. Like
Yeah.
it's such a personal thing and it changes over time as well. So, like I used to use Facebook heaps when it first started. But now I don't really. I just use Messenger a lot with my family and friends from like back at school and stuff. Whereas I use Instagram way more to send like funny memes to my friends and I post about things every now and again. When so my mum died a little while ago, and when she died, I would post pictures saying, I thought of you when I saw this and I wanted to share it with you because I couldn't text her anymore. So we
Right.
all use it in different ways at different times in our life as well.
Yeah.
But I think the big thing that we all probably get from it in some way is that connection to others. We might all use it really differently
Yeah.
and have different skills in using it.
Right.
But
Actually, that comes to the question I'll ask all of you, and any of you can answer, all of you can answer, is what social media platforms do you prefer? And have you found that some are easier for people to get started with aphasia? Like which are most, quote, aphasia friendly in the platform arena?
The experts, yeah.
Is I was like coming to the technology, because when I was growing up, I didn't have Facebook.
I know it wasn't a thing.
and now I use mainly Facebook and little or Messenger. Messenger mainly.
Yeah.
So Josh, you mainly use Facebook and Messenger?
Yes. I don't use Instagram or
YouTube.
no. I use YouTube, but I don't post any.
Yeah. So you watch YouTube, but you don't post.
Yes.
What about you, Jen? Which ones do you like the best?
Young people tend to are positive on YouTube.
Yeah.
But Instagram, it's a mix of opinions.
Yeah.
YouTube, positive opinions.
Yeah. Which one do you find easier to use?
Instagram, short form content.
Yeah.
But YouTube spreads awareness. Instagram is kind of it's short form content, not
Yeah, it's much more about grabbing people's
yes,
attention.
exactly.
Whereas YouTube is telling the story. Yeah, agree.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that, Jen. It was a good explanation about the short content versus awareness. And I think a lot of the people that attend and that are involved in our ambassador program and otherwise have really grasped on to YouTube in a way of educating, including a lot of interviews with each other. I know there are several of our folks here today, and I hope you will follow them on their YouTube. They've already followed you guys. I'm getting notes here. So I'll send you that content so that you can follow them as well. But they do a lot of interviewing of each other. And so instead of just interviewing or just talking about aphasia, they're also interviewing somebody else who has aphasia. So people are seeing that if you've seen one person with aphasia, you've seen one person with aphasia because it's so different.
Yeah, for sure.
Anything else on that in terms of platforms? Somebody did say, to your point, Jen, about the youth, and I didn't take any personal offense, even with my gray hair. Josh, I hope you and I were on the same page there. Is TikTok. And I'm having a little thought that maybe the NAA and the AAA could do a collaborative TikTok next June and, teach everybody a dance, the aphasia dance or something, and really spread awareness.
I would think that would be awesome.
I follow a few people on TikTok that have aphasia, and I have found that that's a really another quick way of grabbing information about aphasia in a very personal story format. So I just didn't know if you guys had any thoughts on that.
I'm handing back to Jen as our youth correspondent.
I never had TikTok.
Does it interest you?
Instagram is for me.
Yeah, agreed. I've got to say, I watch TikToks, but I don't post TikToks. But the platform itself actually is really user-friendly in terms of making content. And so I think, in terms of ease of use, it's actually one of the ones that's really quite user-friendly. And so I can see that if technology is not your thing, it might be a good platform to try out, even just to play around and not necessarily post. You could play around with making content and things like that as well. But I reckon just playing around on your phone is a good start.
Yeah.
How did you start, Jen?
YouTube or
just in general with your posts? Do you film on your phone or a camera? How do you do it?
Separate. I use my phone videos on both. It's just my phone.
Same. Yeah.
So listen, Megan, specifically for your educational role to speech pathologists. I know you're doing some training and some research on how to help speech therapists utilize these. I think one of our struggles in the United States has been people not seeing it initially as a viable goal. Like they didn't, that was kind of the fun stuff. But if you are in your 20s or in your 50s or in your whatever, you are using something. And so I'm wondering how that's coming along. What are speech therapists thinking? Are you able to kind of change that mindset that this is life participation? This is actually great things to work on.
I think when I first started doing research in this space 10, 15 years ago, I would ask clinicians, so who has worked with someone and helped them to use social media? And there would be crickets in the room. It'd be silent, right? Whereas when I ask that question now, it's the opposite. The majority of people will say, yeah, I have, but I don't really feel confident in what I'm doing. You know, I feel confident once I've worked with someone on that specific thing, but then the next person comes in and they want to do something completely different. And so having that knowledge across such a big and constantly changing area of expertise is really hard for clinicians. So that's partly why I want to provide guidance for people, not just for people who've had a brain injury, but also for the clinicians so that they can feel more confident in going, actually, yeah, I'm on the right track. I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah, I think that your point about being, you can work with one person because they like Instagram and they're using Instagram. And so you can kind of set up your goals that they will independently, you can really feel like that's a good target. And then somebody comes in and goes, I only use Reddit, or I only do, YouTube. And
Or
then you have to,
Pinterest,
yeah, then you have to kind of switch gears and say, okay,
yeah.
how am I going to put that in?
Yeah.
I have a app called Beeper. Beeper.
You have an app, and we might put a link later for everyone to show you what it is. What does
Okay.
it combines all social media.
So it combines it all. So it's in one spot.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I want
That's
to know.
amazing.
Yeah.
It is called Beeper.
Beeper? Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't get a big what?
Beeper.
Oh,
We will send
beeper.
you information and send it out.
Yeah,
You can
we
check
would
it
love
out
to
for
hear
anyone
more
who's
about that. Yeah.
interested. I don't have the chat up, but I saw a message come through from someone saying you can ask your speech therapist about using social media as a prompt. And
Yes.
like your speech language pathologists can get in touch with me for guidance as well. Like, I'm very happy to answer questions. Oh, Doreen, thank you for putting beeper in the
Thank you,
chat.
Doreen.
You're onto it.
Doreen's on top of it. Thank you, Doreen. That was so
Thank
awesome.
you.
Yeah, we'd love to hear about that. I think one of the and it's come up in a question as well, but for in all of the things that are happening in the world and with spam and things like that, I got a text yesterday on a message that said, Mom, I'm having a terrible day,
Yeah.
check here's my new number. And I'm
Yeah.
thinking, no. And I called both my sons and said, you didn't send me that. So I know one of the concerns is safety. It's privacy. How do you all deal with that? And what are some recommendations for us?
My wait, put on pass code name like password code or yeah.
So making sure you have, strong passcodes for your account.
No
Or
wait um wait, sorry. Anyone, especially close family, use the code name or
yeah.
keep it classified.
Yeah. So having a secret code word
That is a
between
great
close
idea.
family and friends so that they have to give you that passcode.
Yeah.
But you keep that secret to your close.
Yes.
That's a great suggestion.
That is a really great suggestion, and one that I'm going to do as soon as I get off the call tonight.
Yeah.
We're going to have a family code in Word.
To minimize spam and that sort of things. uh, uh, I use Bitwarden.
Bitwarden. Yeah, that's another really
Yeah,
good tool.
Bitwarden.
Bitwarden, and it can really keep all of your passwords and things secure, but in one spot. And it does make it much easier as an individual.
For instance,
Josh is showing me, but I'm not going to say what's on the screen.
Right. Don't show it. We can't see it. Don't worry.
So it means that everything's in one spot, but it keeps it secure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The other thing is, Bitwarden. That's correct. Josh to Josh. The other thing is there's another program that's been developed in Australia called Cyber Ability, and I'll send Moira the link to this.
Okay.
But if you Google Cyber Ability, CYBERABILITY, hopefully I've spelled that right.
Catherine can put that
Cyber Ability. That's a program that's been developed at Monash Uni by Dr. Kate Gould and a team of experts who've had an acquired brain injury and been scammed.
She put that up there.
Scammed. Yeah. And so they've worked together to come up with a program, and it is literally all about staying safe online. I would highly recommend that one as well.
Yeah. Thank you so much. We will definitely put those links also on the recording on our YouTube channel. You mentioned, I think, when you were talking, Jen, about your experience that you sometimes need like smaller content to make a point. And I know that some of that can be in emojis. And there's been some really cool little studies about using emojis and memes to express, how you're feeling. I have one friend, actually, her mother and her communicate only by, her mother can't use words, and she just sends emojis to kind of confirm, that she's doing okay, or if she needs something. Do you all use emojis? And how do you think it helps people with aphasia?
I was around before emojis.
Yeah. Same.
It was. I remember laugh out loud.
Yeah. LOL.
LOL.
Yeah.
Well, if you have
no.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
They go out of style very quickly, though. My 21-year-old son tells me that I'm old because of some of the ones I use. So.
Nowadays, you can get tons out emojis.
Yeah. Doreen just put an emoji too, right? Just now.
Yeah.
Jen, did you have a thought on that?
Use a lot of emojis.
Yeah.
So
do I. It's a really nice, quick way of expressing an emotion.
Yes.
And showing someone that you want to respond, but without having to use the words.
Yeah.
Such a relief.
Yeah.
Megan, are you an emoji person?
I am. I actually like now how you can respond to emails by
Yes.
just using
thumbs up.
Yeah, me too.
Well, you all, I honestly could keep talking to you forever. Personally and professionally, I'm just so thrilled to meet all of you. I know that there's so much, as you might be aware, I'm fairly new in this position here at the NA. I'm actually celebrating my 2-year anniversary next week. But we would love to do more with the AAA. I think it's such a cool opportunity for the United States, kind of tree hub, to also be working with you all. and sharing some of the things we're doing. Our ambassador program is just taking off. And I know Catherine just wrote about our resources page, and we can put some of these things in our resources page, and you can search what you're looking for, search your YouTube channels that are relevant. So we'd love to put your information up there as well.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah. So I am going to share the last couple screens, which are the ones that talk about your PDH if you are a speech pathologist and have hung out here. There is a, actually, thank you for putting that, Catherine. There is actually a submit your resource button on our resource page on our website. And so you can actually just do that, and then it comes to us. We vet it to make sure we're putting the right stuff up there, but keeping everybody safe. But we would love to do it. It's an easy way for you to get your information up there. And then when we share the information with you guys about these other channels, we'd love to start these kind of conversations. We could join together. It's more powerful with what you said from the beginning, Liss, which is connection. So before I thank them profusely and say goodbye and let them eat, I don't know, eat breakfast or whatever they're going to do as I get ready for bed, I'm just going to go back to the last screen here, which is maybe, there we go, is you are a speech pathologist. You can scan this QR code for the certificate, which gives you that 1 hour of PDH. And then we also provide a short post-webinar survey to share your feedback. We use emojis on it, so I feel like it's appropriate. And I just, first of all, I want to thank everybody who joined us. I know it's summer, we don't get as many people joining us, but we hope that people will share the recording as soon as we get it up there and tell everybody about it. So thank you all. You are why we do what we're doing and why we're working so hard to make a program that is deserving of all the work that you all put into your life with aphasia. Liss and Megan and Jen and Josh, I'm just incredibly thrilled that you joined us. Thank you so, so much. We appreciate
Thanks
you.
for having us. It was a pleasure.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Have a wonderful day. And Millie
Have a
is
beautiful
raising her
evening.
hand, but Millie, if you could send me an email, that would be great. All right. Bye, guys. We'll see
Bye,
you soon.
everyone.
Um,
See ya.